Hey everyone, Cody Vondell here, working out of my home studio. Today we're actually going to be starting a new series of graphic design focused on Y2K aesthetic. We're going to be starting out with typography, fonts, and vector icons that look cool together. After that, we're going to move into mascots, characters. We're going to dip our toes into color schemes, and eventually we're going to wind up in Photoshop, where we're taking some of the vector objects that we've worked on and adding photography, textures, and things like that to get a finished, like a real finished product. The Y2K aesthetic is something important to me because growing up, I pretty much came of age between the year 2000 and 2010. So everything in that decade, and even a few years before that, was just always really inspiring to me. It's what got me into graphic design in the first place. So I'm really excited to share some of my knowledge with you guys. So let's go ahead and hop into Illustrator first. So I already have about 5 fonts that look really good together. We're going to start with Hybrid. It's a free font. It already looks beautiful with those circles, the rounded edges. We're going to go and turn it into outlines, play with the kerning a little bit. We can play with the kerning with or without the outlines. But yeah, there we go. Looking good. And let's take a second to look at some of these shapes because we're going to be using them throughout all the different logos that we create today. So this is just pretty much, you're just going to hold down Shift as you create little points on the grid, and you're going to round those edges so that you get something like this. Let's take a step back. Let's make lock that and just create one more. I'm going to go down there and fix that little edge I just messed up. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to get that over there. We're going to make sure that they are aligned at the bottom. And we're going to clone that guy, bring him over here, round these edges. And that is essentially, I mean, you can make all kinds of fun objects doing stuff like that. So as you can see, the one that we created over here, it's not exactly the same, but close enough. We're just going to be playing with that. This one, it's very similar. Hold down Shift when you're creating these points. And essentially, we've got a nice little shape. It's not exactly what I already have, but it's close enough so you can kind of get a picture of what we're doing here. Like I said, you can make endless objects this way. So for something like this, we're just going to create an oval. We're going to create, clone it, bring it down here, just kind of look at the space, the negative space between these two ovals. We're going to use our Pathfinder. We're going to cut it right in half. Now we have half the shape done. Kind of round out that edge there, copy it, bring it down here. Voila, we've got another one made. This one, you know, bring it out a little bit, kind of change it around, something like that. Boom, done. These are super easy. Just a regular circle. We're going to use the shear, probably 25%. Clone it a few times, group it. It's like a little set of buttons. Perfect. Do I even need to show this one? Might as well. It's just 2 shapes together. And if you wanted to, you could create some of these other shapes like this using that negative space again. So we'll do 2 of them. We'll do one that's even, just like that, and another one that's got a little bit more of a angle to it. Sort of something like that. Turn off those outlines. So for the star, that's so simple. We're just going to use a 5-point tool, shape tool, kind of scale it down, and there are a few cool things that we can do with this. So we can like bring in the edges, just make it a little bit of more rounded edge, because you know, rounded edge and Y2K, that's pretty much, they go hand in hand. That looks cool already, and that's just 2 layers, you know, with some outline on one of the layers. Perfect. So anyway, all right, now that we have a couple of shapes made, we can kind of bring that up, see where it fits. It could fit there. Let's bring up the outlines, put this layer behind our original layer. That's starting to already take shape, and it's just 3 layers, 2 layers of typography, one vector shape behind it already. It's looking pretty cool. We'll just set that aside there. Next, we're gonna grab, this is called Gal Font Pop Magic, and it's great for, it's like a good font that accompanies something a little bit more decorative. Planet Cosmos. So I think this is the font that really kicked off the Y2K font obsession. Kanye used it like 5 years ago, and over the past 5 years, people have gotten more and more obsessed with it. So we're going to delete parts of the name so that we can kind of add in some shapes. That looks kind of cool. Bring that up a little bit. This font almost feels overdone. I still really like it, even though I know I see it everywhere. I've used it too many times myself. This font, Neuropol, looks great with it. I pair these two up very often.
Plan Cosmos Company. So yeah, I mean, just kind of fit that in right there. All of a sudden, let's add a little something extra to give these guys a little bit something more fun. We'll bring these circles in. That's kind of a ridiculous logo, but you know, it's still it's more just typographic fun that we're having right now. So 2 pieces already finished, looking cool. I'm just gonna fix this because I hate that. There we go. Much better, much better. Oops. Make it just a little bit smaller. Group these guys. And there are 2 logos finished. We're going to do probably like 1 or 2 more. So this font's called 1120, but it's literally the numbers 11 and 20, and the font doesn't come with numbers. So I just spelled it out for you so you know which one it is. So we're just going to bring out the outlines. We're going to do that one more time so we get like a nice double outline kind of look. You'll see what I'm saying here in just a second. Kind of rearrange these guys. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. We're just going to bring up the outline just a little bit, just a little bit. Ooh, that is comfortable. I like that. I like that a lot. Nice and even. All right, so this is going to be a really fun background for this one. Similar to the first one we did, but we're going to change it up just a little bit. I deleted that star we made earlier, so we're going to have to remake that really quick. It's not going to take very long, though, because as you already saw, it's a very quick 2 layers that look nice together. We're just going to round the edges a little bit, put the outline on the back layer. About like so. Copy it, delete the outline, change the color, make it a little smaller. Boom. Beautiful. All right, now we're going to tilt it a little bit and put it on this ring. I'm going to do one more. Boom, just like that. And this feels like it's kind of missing something, so we'll just create another shape. A rounded edged rectangle, and turn the outlines up, try to make it kind of match the rest. And now it has room for another little line of text. So 1120. Kind of play with the spacing between the letters there. We can bring it up just a little bit. This font's nice because you can put space between it or you cannot. It's just a great, Neuropol is a great accompanying font for these more decorative things that we're looking at, decorative logos. Space Age. So one of the main companies I work with, DiscoBid, this is their font, and it's just a great futuristic feeling font. Pretty sure it was developed for a ride at Disney World's Epcot Center back in like sometime maybe the 70s or 80s. Trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with this. I think we're going to kind of rip off that Saturn Lounge logo that we did in the last one, just because it looks so pretty. Why not make it again, you know? Grab these stars. That's sort of working for me. It could be a little bit more Saturn-y feeling. Something similar to that. We're going to kill that totally. And just, maybe if we squeeze this guy down in the right way, we're going to create something that looks very Space Age, and it'll fit the font we've chosen. It's not that. That's not what we're using. Got to think about for you know. See, these are just all of our different options. We made all these different shapes, so just kind of showing you what you can do with them. But I think we can use this one right there, and it needs a little ring of Saturn kind of feel to it. So something is missing. I just screwed everything up there. It's okay. We're just gonna hit the Z button, Control Z, go backwards a little bit. That is the nice thing about working in Illustrator and not sketching with a pen. Bring this out, kind of twist it. Ooh, that's not what I was expecting, but this actually turned out kind of cool. We're gonna play with like the outlines on, yeah, that actually turned out really nice. So as you can see, using 5 fonts and 6 or 7 shapes, we didn't even use all the shapes over there. We've built 4 unique, cool-looking, futuristic Y2K logos. Really excited about the way these turned out. So this was just 5 fonts, but I have about 30 picked out that I'm going to be showing you over the next few videos. So make sure to hit like, subscribe, and tune in for the next video. Thank you, guys.